here is the interview with Paul Terry and Brian.
Okay, well, I'm now joined by Paul, and I'm feeling comfortable about this because he's got his name on his T-shirt. But "Their Time Is Running Out" is the big banner. Paul, tell me about your T-shirt first.
Well, in January this year, I just wrote this tune, and I was a little bit inspired by the Beatles at the time. I'd just been watching this, the Let It Be sort of footage all coming out, and I was thinking, I really need to just write some more songs. And I tend to write sort of instrumental music. And although I have written songs in the past, and I thought, right, let's get the guitar, just work with some chords. And I felt I really wanted to speak out to all of the people that are in the same situation as me and use what skills I have. I'm not like a great speaker. I don't, I can't sort of like express myself so eloquently as some people, but music is my thing. So came out and we produced this piece, all sort of like home done, made a video on Brighton Beach, which is where I live. And we did it all in space of a couple of months. And
Wow.
Mark Devlin helped to promote it. And we got some T-shirts done as well.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay. Music is a language, isn't it? So,
absolutely. It's very powerful.
Powerful. And I think it's been one of the really great things that we've been seeing happen, that we're trying to get a message out about what's happening in the world, what's happening in this country, that things that aren't right. And you say, how do you get that message across?
Yeah.
A lot of people early on said great to use humour.
Yeah.
Because that breaks down barriers. But the other thing that affects people and works with all people is music, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah. You can go to like 2-hour seminars, sort of like with people sort of like giving you all of this truth. But a song can be so powerful. It can it can make a message, a very simple message, come through with so much more power. Yeah, I find.
Yeah, I was talking to some people early on this morning, and we were talking about violin music, and I was fascinated. There's an American violinist, concert violinist called Hilary Hahn.
Oh yeah.
And there's a little YouTube clip where she talks about going into really, really rough American schools. And she said, I can go into a hall and the kids are shouting and swearing and there's mayhem. And she said, if I just get my violin out and I start playing Bach, it goes quiet. Yeah. But the interesting thing is, she said, it's only when I play Bach. This is what she said.
Right.
And I just found this fascinating, that she just starts playing the music and all of a sudden the mood of the children changes.
Yeah, why do you think that might be?
Well, I think because you got two levels to it. You got the frequency of the music, and I think there's something spiritual there.
Yeah, I think it just
You're
kind
connecting
of
with something.
Reaches into your soul.
Yeah.
With that words just perhaps can't do.
Yeah. So you were reassured when you sat down because there was a piano behind you.
There's a piano,
so
yeah.
What's the significance of the piano?
Me and the piano, we're good friends.
Okay.
So I play the piano. I play the piano and guitar as well.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So you were playing earlier this morning, weren't you?
And you were there.
Right. So tell us about that music and what you were doing.
Yeah. So I've just started up a new ensemble with some friends, and we're called the Freedom Ensemble. And one of the criteria is that people that join need to be unjabbed. It's just one of those shed-in things that I've been finding that friends that are in orchestras just don't want to go to orchestras because they feel that I don't know. Here we are, lost words, but they feel the negative effects of in from people that have that in orchestra. So they're just looking for some safe place. So with me, I'm classically trained and I write music down, and I just saw this as a great opportunity for me to write music for whoever wants to join the ensemble.
Yeah. And your music was I was fascinated this morning because when I walked down the field, I heard the music, and I'm going to say it sounded a bit classical.
Definitely it is, yeah.
And then And then I was a bit surprised because I didn't expect to hear that sort of music. And then I thought it was a recording. And then I saw that there were people playing. So I looked at the little stage and you guys playing. But then I was looking at the faces of the people watching, and they were totally captivated by the music. It was really interesting.
Oh, that's so good to hear.
And I can't quite remember who did you have on stage? You had a couple of violins or three violins?
Oh, actually, yeah. So it's a couple of violins, a couple of violas, electric bass, and myself on piano and synthesizer. And I sung for just one song, which is I released this track of just a cover of Golden Slumbers earlier this year, which is available on iTunes and Amazon, etc.
Please say.
So is this actually? That's we've done a lovely video on YouTube.
The time is running out. The time is running out. The time is running out. The time is
those people, you brought all of them together to do that?
Well, it was a combination because I put out an advert on Telegram saying orchestral players needed, string players, brass, just needs a little bit of orchestral experience, but for a Sussex-based ensemble, for a free environment.
Right. That's quite an advert, isn't it?
I know, a bit risky.
Yeah.
A bit risky. And we just got people getting in touch. And we're looking for more as well.
Right. So how much practice had you done before you did that? Is it a gig if it's classical?
You can call it a gig.
Yeah, right.
It is a gig or a concert. It's the same thing,
Whatever.
really, interchangeable.
Right.
And this was actually our first concert gig.
Right.
And we've been practicing really, really hard over the last couple of months.
Yeah.
And actually one player only just joined a couple of days ago on bass. So he joined us for the Golden Slumbers. That's Dan, who's in the room here as well.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got an audience there that you're speaking to at the moment. What would you like to say to the audience about your music and what's happening in the world? Just a little short.
Yeah, so in the last couple of weeks, we've just been getting loads of invitations to play in festivals and gigs which are sort of aligned to our thoughts on what's going on at the moment. Yeah. And if you want to find out more, just go to www.paulgterry.com and I'll put some events there, and I'll also put some footage of what we saw today, which first concert. So it's nice to have some footage, and we're going to send some stuff to you as well, so that maybe you might, as you're saying, to play out some of the credits.
Yeah, absolutely. Lovely.
Yeah, oh, fantastic.
Well, great. Thank you for joining me. And
My pleasure.
For telling us about your music.
Lovely to meet you as well, Brian.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you very much.
And here follows the incredibly moving set from Paul Terry and the Freedom Ensemble.
Hey. Thanks so much. So we're on Telegram, but we've also got a couple of gigs lined up. We've got one in Arundel next week and West Meston as well, the weekend after that.